The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. You talk about this Lions defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Young to throw it. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing, Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
7 yards there and a first down. The Lions hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
2nd and 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. When you look at this defense, they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Rig alert. Rig alert. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Chap 60. Chap 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. He'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly, and forcing incompletions.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Mingo, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ready, go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A toss out right to Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go now.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll get 34 yards there.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Flushed out, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Young. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
No gain on the play there, second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Young. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll go again with Gibbs. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
19 Lions. Warriors 70.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Following the interception, Young. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Leo Chanel able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now here's Young. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to let it go again. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Set up. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set.
St. Brown in motion right.
Set go.
Gibbs straight ahead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams from 13 yards out. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion, the tight end. 3rd down, Young from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
It'll be Young again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aiden Hutchinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Back to throw again. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go play action. Young. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Hey, Bronco. Let's go now. Go.
Throwing, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Young going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. Brooks. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Brooks from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll set up to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A nice throw there by the 4th-round pick, and he earns his guys a 1st down. From their own 40 to the other 40, the gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 40 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand that.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Young to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. To throw, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Xavier Legette from 8 yards out. And the Panthers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And now they'll audible to something else. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Riggs. Dragon 60. Ready.
Now back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll set up a throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Xavier Legette with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
18, Pioneer. Here we go, sack. 79 Bronco.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Let's go now.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The Lions on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Back to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Second and 5. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. He'll air one out deep from Mingo. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now Young. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Young. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Young to throw on fourth. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now it's the backup Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, 47 yards. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. The baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
On the ready.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Go. 70 Lions.
Gibbs looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. This is 1st and 10. Young to throw. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though. Young. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Now Young. He completes this one to Mingo. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Sack. Get up.
And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Chap 60, chap 60. Hut, hut.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Well, no shock here. For the 7th time in this game, it appears they'll go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One last shot for Young. That's pulled in by Brooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Detroit, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina,